Hey, this is Rob for Radio Free Cybertron, and I'm back with the next exciting episode of my Devastator review series here. In this part, I'm going to review Long Haul and Scrapper. Long Haul makes up a leg, and Scrapper makes up an arm on Devastator. And you know what? These are two of the strongest molds in the set. My very favorite one happens to be Overload, who I'll get to in the next video. But these two are great. Long Haul here. Of course, he turns into a dump truck, and the camera's not picking him up too well because, really, he's just pretty much green and a blackish color. Like all these guys, some extra paint apps would not hurt, but the detail is pretty decent. I say that now and notice he has orangish red eyes that the camera's not picking up whatsoever. He has no articulation, though. The shoulders do not move. Oh, wait, he can do this. He can put his arms forward in a very useless, don't hurt me shielding manner. His legs move. So I guess he has leg articulation, so he's not a total brick. Not that I really care, but he's got a little articulation. He looks great, though. I mean, this is a nice looking robot mode. And as far as movie designs go, this is a fairly traditional robot mode. Scrapper here also turns into a bulldozer type vehicle, and he has got a very neat robot mode. Check this out. He's very tall, especially compared to other legends, and he's very articulated. He's got shoulders and legs and his ankle swivel. Legends usually don't get a whole lot of articulation, so he's pretty much the Alternator's version of a Legends toy. Oh, I forgot. Due to his transformation, you can have him scratching himself. Yeah, he's got a little extra shoulder articulation there by default. Scrapper looks very alien in his robot mode, if you see with the lanky design and whatnot. And the camera is probably not picking his face up too well. But he's got a nice, kind of mean-looking face. I keep wanting to say the Guyver, but that's not right at all. But he's got a very cool face going on. Whoop, and he falls easy. That's probably his one drawback. Being his design, he doesn't really have much of a center of gravity to stand on. So he falls really easily, especially when you push him over. Well, I'm going to transform these guys and let you guys see what they look like in vehicle modes. Well, I'm back, and I've got the guys transformed. Here is Scrapper in his vehicle mode. As you tell, he turns into another bulldozer type vehicle of sorts. He's not as clean in his vehicle mode as Rampage was, if you can see. They're both steam shovels. Rampage is a little more clean looking, but now thinking about it, Scrapper is a different type of bulldozer, so maybe this is actually more accurate to that form. However, as I said before, he's still not as clean looking in his robot mode, as he has a severe underhang here from his robot arms. Scrapper just has a little weight issue with the shovel dragging on the ground when he's rolling. Scrapper isn't going anywhere. He's just going the minute you leave his hands because of this overhang here. And there's nothing you can do about it. It's not moving anywhere. Beside from that, he looks pretty good in this robot mode. Just a little, could use a little better tightening up before a Legends toy. This is about as good as it gets. But aside from that, he really looks like a real-world vehicle, something you'd see on a construction site. I'm not really sure exactly what you'd call this type of steam shovel. I've certainly seen them before. My knowledge of their names isn't that great. But as far as it goes, this is a decent vehicle mode. You can't complain. Long Haul looks great. He turns into a dump truck. He does roll pretty well, but as you can see, due to his weight, he doesn't roll very well. He kind of does. He starts drifting after an inch or two, which is okay, I guess. It's still no underhang preventing him from really rolling that well. Long Haul turns into one of those giant dump trucks that you see. Those really, not saying they're small dump trucks, but those really gigantic dump trucks. I forget what the name of them is, but they're generally huge, and that's what Long Haul turns into here. His simple colors really play out well in vehicle mode. As you can see, just a little black with the green, and it all comes through pretty well. He looks a lot like the Minicon. I forget the name of the Minicon because the mold was used quite a bit. That turned into a dump truck in the Classics line, and then it's been reused several times since. It seems to be Minicons get used till those molds fall apart. Um, he's very similar to that toy in this vehicle form. However, robot mode's quite a different story. But yeah, if you didn't know any better, you could probably get them confused for that Minicon if you had them all sitting around in vehicle forms. Um, these two, I believe, would sell well on their own. I understand Long Haul's getting another Legends toy that's going to be sold individually as it is. But if these two were packaged in their own package, I'm pretty sure they'd sell well on their own and wouldn't have to rely on a gift set to be sold. So based on these two, I'd have to say the gifts, I really recommend these two as far as the gift set goes. I already recommend the gift set as it is, but these two are a good strong factor in my recommendation. Alright, well, we're coming into the home stretch. We've only got 2 videos left to go here in this epic mini-series of epic proportions of epic toy reviews. Epic. I'm Rob from Radio Free Cybertron. You can check us out at www.tfradio.net for shows and showtimes, and tune in for the next exciting adventure of Devastator toy review. Thanks.